How y'all doing? I'm still in my room here. What you see from my pictures there, that was actually a puzzle picture right there. That's my clock, my radio, my PSPs over there. My PSP games are over there. There's my stereo, little kite thing I made. There's a dream catcher up there. Some pictures, my TV. That's a little Conker thing right there. I got that from GameStop when Conker came out for Xbox, but I did not really like the Xbox version. No offense to anyone, but the Xbox version was really disappointing. I didn't really like it, but I do like the Nintendo 64 version. Anyway, on to the video. Got a message from Rock11706 a few weeks ago before my computer broke. He wants to know what old NES games I have. I think I have some of them in here. I'll try to show you. Clay Fighter. That's Tournament Edition for Super Nintendo. Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh God. This game was terrible. It is just a big old piece of shit. If you saw, what's his name? The Angry Video Game Nerds review, you'll know exactly why this game is terrible. I got me an old Nintendo NES back in, I believe it was 2004. I never had one before that. I always had Super Nintendo and a Game Boy. And I bought me this game right there, Nightmare on Elm Street. I also bought Friday the 13th, and this game is no better than this game right here. It is just as bad. It is just crap. It's really bad. Batman Return of the Joker. It's a pretty good game. I liked it. Here's a very rare old Nintendo game, Pac-Man. This looks almost exactly like the arcade version. It looks very good. A lot better than the one on Atari, that's for sure. If you play Pac-Man on Atari, you'll know how bad it is. But this is a very good version of Pac-Man, I'd say. A lot better than the Game Boy version. There's a Game Genie. I don't have a whole lot of old Nintendo games. Mostly have a Super Nintendo. Super Mario Brothers, a Duck Hunt. This is Bill and Ted's Excellent Video Game Adventure. Not very good. Here's another one, Legacy of the Wizard. It was alright from what I played. And Golf, or Mario Golf, or however you want to say it, Golf for old Nintendo. I also have Willow, and that's it for NES. I don't have a whole lot of NES games. Like I said, I didn't get my NES till 2004. I got it for $50 used, because I always had a Super Nintendo before that, and a Super Game Boy, which is very good. Put your Game Boy games in there. Ooh, kind of dusty. Put your old Game Boy games in there, and you put it in your system, and play your Game Boy games on your Super Nintendo. Here's my old Game Boy. I got this when I was 5. Surprisingly, it still works. There's I'll turn it off first. There's Oddworld Adventures. There's my sister's Game Boy. It's red. There's a Game Boy Color. I never did buy the other Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy SP and all that. I never bought any of those. Got me a PSP now. I enjoy PSP. There's a little thing you put over your Game Boy so you can see better in the light. A little switch right there. And here's some old Game Boy games in here. There's Bart versus the Juggernauts. That was a very hard game right there. Pretty much every single Bart Simpson game that was made on Super Nintendo or a Game Boy was incredibly hard. Well, for me. Page Master. Some football game. Adventure, something. Castlevania Adventure. This is a Donkey Kong Land. Pretty much just like the Super Nintendo version, except smaller. Mickey Mouse game. Donkey Kong, the original for Game Boy. Kirby's Dream Land 2, that was a good one. I liked that one as a kid. Driver, You Are the Wheelman for Game Boy Color. Only works on Game Boy Color. Metroid 2. That's the only Metroid game I have. What else is in here? Dr. Mario, Balloon Kid. Here's some little cleaning kit for a Game Boy. Oh, Wario Land. That was a good game. I like that game. Tetris 2. We're Back, A Dinosaur Story. Killer Instinct. Now, most of these I got when I was a little kid, so of course these are going to be kiddie, like Power Rangers. The original Tetris. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. What else is in here? Kirby's Dream Land #1. Oh, there's Kirby's Pinball Land. Fortress of Fear. Pokemon Pinball. The Lion King. Star Wars. This was the first game I ever got for Game Boy. My dad got me that one. Here's another Simpsons video game, Bart and the Beanstalk, and yes, that is another hard game. Every single damn Simpsons game that was made for Game Boy and Super Nintendo was just hard as hell. Primal Rage, Space Invaders, let's see, Shaq Fu, that's a good one. Battletoads, and Ragnarok's World. I think that's Battletoads 2. Doug's Big Game. Doug Funny. Remember that old TV show? Power Rangers, the movie. Dragonheart. Pokemon Red. I had yellow and I had blue, but I don't know where those went. Probably got stolen. There's original Battletoads. Earthworm Jim. Menace to the Galaxy. I could barely see that. There's Batman, the video game. I got that from Microplay Video Games. They're no longer, they're pretty much gone. Shrek, Radar Mission. Super Mario Land 2, Golf. Oh, what else is here? Kicks, however you say it, Quicks. Shaq Fu, Shaquille O'Neal played in that one. That's not a bad game. Conker's Pocket Tales. Oh God, that game was very kiddie, very kiddie. Wario Blast, that's a good one. What else is in here? Batman Forever. R-Type. Kid Dracula. There's another Bart Simpson game. Bart Simpson's Escape from Camp Deadly. That is another hard game. I mean, all these damn Bart Simpson games are hard as hell. This is an old one. Bionic Battler. Alien vs. Predator, which is much better on a Super Nintendo. Wario Land 2, sorry. And Tetris Blast. And Earthworm Jim, the original. There's some Game Shark thing. Looney Tunes, Twubble. And that's all my Game Boy games. And thanks for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you later. Oh, and I also have if you ever heard of the movie called Willow, I have Willow on old Nintendo. I think it's actually still in my NES. Not sure though. Well, thanks for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you on YouTube. Bye-bye.